All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to these feminists couldn't comprehend how dating works for men. Let's jump in.
Oh, I said like
Most
men
men
are more likely to be like rejected because they're the ones that approach, because they're the ones that are expected to approach, and they approach. So
wait, so what? Or no, Lucy, you were saying like something about men.
Oh, men under 25 haven't been in like a substantial relationship, which is what was brought up.
Whoa.
Someone's text to speech that statistic, and I said I wonder if that's partial. Like that reason is partially because of the fact that men don't go to events like singles events because they have a fear of being rejected, which is fair. Like I don't blame if you really do believe that you have a higher chance of getting rejected. Like I understand why you wouldn't want to jump, but you miss every shot you don't take.
You know, the singles events are heavily inundated with men, very few women.
Wait, but he just said it was the other way around.
I just said the opposite.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're heavily
what's
inundated.
going on in this one?
They're heavily inundated with men. And usually it's like there's 3 or 4 or 6 women or whatever, and then the men do the round table.
No, the other way around.
The girls are fighting.
I mean,
At least that's all the ones that I've seen.
I've seen a lot of reports that these like single events that are organized by women, speed dating, whatever, men just aren't showing up anymore.
Oh,
that's what I read.
Well,
I think I read something similar.
that could be the truth. I'm just saying from what I've seen of them.
It's the other way around.
Now, the only ones that I've ever seen have never been in person. They're always the online ones.
Okay.
But that makes sense, right? Yeah. Most everything is online. And what I've seen is that it's usually a few women and then a shitload of guys who show up. And
it's giving frat parties.
They get rejected. But it could also be that because it's online and those guys are showing up, they don't feel as bad as they would in person being rejected.
Yep.
Because they can just log off.
Just log off. Yeah. But you
That's a
can't
good
say that
point.
like women have never been rejected. I've been rejected plenty of times.
No, by who?
By people.
Oh yeah,
People who are wanting, because you're right about like, oh, like
So
someone
you
who will
approach a
sleep
bunch
with
of
me,
guys
but like
and
but
they
won't date
rejected
me.
you?
Well, I've been rejected. Everyone's
been rejected.
Oh, yeah, everyone. You know what?
Let's
Let's just minimize.
I remember I saw.
Let's just minimize the male's experience and say, yeah, everybody's being rejected. Everybody. Yeah, right. Yeah, because you guy, dude, that just try to approach these women for lifetime. I think my rejection, I think it could go up about 5 to 10,000 easily. I'm up there. I have a worse, man. Back in the day, I used to have a bad closing rate, man. It was bad, bro. It was less than 0.01%. It was very low. So just imagine the level of just rejection that I endured. I don't think they even have an idea.
Talk recently, and this woman she's like doing this rejection therapy challenge, and she's like my goal is to get rejected 30 times.
I saw that.
It's an Asian woman, right? Yeah. So she's 2 of 30 in her rejection therapy challenge. Mind you, she's made multiple TikToks about this. The 2 rejections that she's counting towards the 30 total are like rejections from like months or years prior, where it was like she shot her shot. One of the guys she ended up dating eventually, and I think the other guy she ended up dating, but they rejected her initially because one of the guys was interested in different women. In any case, the difference between rejection between men and women is, while I'll grant that women get rejected, although it tends to be very different and very different experiences, you as women, maybe you get rejected. You can remember all the times you've been rejected. Men have been rejected hundreds, if not thousands of times.
Yep.
Have you been rejected 1,000 times in your life, Lucy?
No, but I don't know if I've shot my shot that many times.
Right, men do though. They have to. If they don't,
Okay.
So you're
mean,
Hey, shout out to Brian.
Right.
Hey, shout out to Brian. That was very good, Brian. That was very good. Nice job. He's getting much better. Very good. Very good.
So we can see if we can frame this properly so that we're not talking past each other. Raise your hand here if you're a woman and you've ever propositioned a man for sex and he told you no. 2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
wait, you're not counting like the boyfriend's just not in the mood, right?
You're right.
No, I'm not
talking
counting.
about
Oh no.
talking about you're
like-
approaching a guy at a club, something like that, and you're like, hey, I'd really like to sleep, whatever mannerism you do that. And they've been like, oh no, I just prefer not to.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
But
Two.
but to be completely fair and to validate your point, it was because he couldn't get it up.
Wait, hold on.
All right,
Wait, so you guys
Not my boyfriend. Not my boyfriend.
But again, you were you almost in the act. Like,
Boyfriend.
That means he
Exactly.
wanted to.
Hold on, wait.
That means he wanted to, but physically couldn't.
That's not.
So-
Oh my God, that's not even what we're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. Well, okay. I guess that's not rejection. I guess you're okay. Sorry, that was stupid.
What?
Like being physically incapable, I don't think that.
Well, I
No,
feel like
but
in his mind he was
you
like
guys-
not
so just to be
attracted.
clear,
No,
just to
now
be
I wanna-
clear,
Probably
just to
not.
be-
It was-
stop.
I
Okay,
feel like
hold
he
on.
wasn't physically attracted to me. That's why I called it like a rejection because I felt like he wasn't attracted to me. So
Maybe
it's
he
like
just had
Hold
whiskey
on,
dick.
hold on. So here.
No, you know what? That's a true crime in this country. I feel so bad.
okay.
So just to be clear,
Why do I have to go silent after that? you guys are talking so much. I can say one thing that's stupid and everyone stops talking.
Yeah, because it was.
to your
Yeah,
point,
because it was. That's why it was.
to your thing, your anecdote. The guy approached you,
well, no. So it was on a dating app. So
Okay.
we had talked on the dating app and we
and
were
then
like,
you went to his house.
yeah. Well,
So he invited you to his house to have sex.
yes.
How did you? I understand you walked it back, but I'm just confused how you arrived.
Yeah, that's the opposite
That's-
of rejection.
Did you hear his question? It was just like, have you propositioned? Like, I get you can have bad sex. That doesn't mean you rejected. I'm just confused.
I think in my mind I was doing stupid autistic math. I was thinking
Yeah, because rejection for them is, it comes from the. I understand what she's trying to say because females do get rejected. They feel the way they feel the rejection is a little bit different than men, right? If you are in the bed with her and all of a sudden it's up and then it goes down, you want, I don't want to have anything else. I don't want to have more sex. She'll feel rejected at that point, right? It's a little bit different. In the case of a man, she doesn't want to have sex. We just, okay, she doesn't want to have sex and that's it, right? It's a little bit different. I think that's what she was trying to get to that point. But just listen to the difference of the rejection. They already in the act. He cannot get it up. Just because of that, she's feeling rejected. Contrary to the guy, his rejection is in the first meeting or the first interaction, which is just, hey, how you doing? That's simple as it is. She had to go deep into the question. This is what to make sure you guys understand. And this is why this conversation is so important. Female point of view of what life is so different from a male experience. It's so different, guys. And we're trying to just pretend that we equal where we're not, and that's okay. This is why we have to just review a lot of the conversations and ideas that we had before. And lastly, look at here. What's going on here, guys? She's a little bit depressed. You know why she's depressed, guys? None of them. She probably go back home and she start crying because that's what a lot of these females do. They don't realize that they're in the deep hole. Huge abyss. They can pretend that they're not. And this is her having that moment. Right? These females go up and down in their life, but they can always mask it for so long. When it's gonna get to a point where these things are just gonna be in the out.
because like he was like not attracted to me, like in his mind, like he wasn't expecting like whatever he saw, and he was just like, oh, that's not actually attractive to me, and he was just like,
this just like is totally counter the so like even
So
if that,
he went for it.
yeah, even,
he went for it.
Even if that was the case, even if he was like, most men definitely can't even get into a bed with a woman who's not attracted to them. So like this guy, like even if I grant you that was the case, he was unattracted to you. Like that's just orders. Oh my God, I can't even.
It's dumb logic. I know. I shouldn't have said it out loud.
Hang on. How many of you, now that we have that show of hands, how many of you think that men who proposition women for sex generally get rejected? By show of hands.
How many?
Wait, yeah, ask your question again.
All I'm asking is that men who generally try to proposition women for sex get rejected.
It just so depends on the circumstance. Are you going up to some random?
God.
Sorry, are you going up to some random girl?
Generally,
Yeah,
I feel like no.
a person you don't know. So like here's what the question actually is
Mm-hmm.
asking. You're at a bar and I'm at a bar. Okay, let's pretend I'm 20 years younger. You could put up Chad Drew, right? Say you see that Chad Drew, right? Good-looking young man, right? We're both at a bar. I proposition some random chick for sex. You proposition some random dude for sex. Who's going home that night?
That's fair.
Who's going home that night?
The guy. I mean, the girl who asked the guy probably.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like generally, like if we're trying to talk about how a hookup culture shouldn't be the way that it is, then you should say that nobody would be going home.
Well, no. Just the point is
but I see
the
your
rejection.
point. Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
The point is rejection. It's like almost anybody you walk over to who's a male, who's single, and you just go, hey, you want to come back to my house and fuck? They're going to say, yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Right?
Next time I go to the bar, I'm going to have a little camera right here, and I'm going to record some footage for you next time. Seriously.
That'd be cute.
I think if a guy did that,
That'd be a good social experiment.
It's been done.
Have you?
It's been
On
done
this
by
podcast?
tons of people.
No, I used to do hidden camera videos, and I did
Oh
this
god, that angle is
experiment.
atrocious.
We had a woman go out into the street and ask men point blank period, do you want to have sex with me? Her success rate was like,
Wait. Sorry.
It was like 100%.
But also, sorry.
even it was very high.
But also, like, how attractive are both parties? Because if the man is like super attractive, then maybe he'll have a very high success rate as well.
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't
not
know.
even that. Not even that. He'll probably have a higher success than an average guy, but we're talking about 10% success rate. We're not even talking about that high either. He would not even have the same amount of success than an average female, guys. Not even a higher success rate than an ugliest female, guys. I don't think they'll understand that. I don't think so.
So in comparison, you could
But
take...
does that mean
So
then that women
I
have
did
higher
it-
standards
okay.
and that we don't want to just go home with anybody?
No.
But men will?
What if it's because women are more fearful?
No, it's because of options.
I think there's a lot of factors.
You can
You know, we
afford...
both
So
have
you can...
options.
So women can afford to say no.
Fair enough.
They'll
But don't you want the
they
woman
have-
to say
they
no?
have
Don't
the
you want
next
women to
one,
have a
they
low
the
body
next
count?
One, they have the next one.
Question
Well,
mark.
when we're talking about it,
certain
yes,
degree.
I would love, of course, I'd love for all the women to say no, right? We're in a courtship
Say
or
no.
a elongated period of time. Has nothing to do with the fact, though, that if you look at intersex dynamics, most men ain't saying no.
What does that say about their standards, though? That's what I'm saying.
It says that there's so much in the form of rejection, they can't afford to say no. And
You think
women
that sex
can.
is that important?
It's a
I think-
bodily
well,
function.
yeah, I think so.
men.
I think that we have this like primary edict of mating. Yeah.
I got needs too, girl. We all do.
But men, like, scientifically,
No, like,
biologically.
Yeah, but
Men
hang on.
literally
With those
need it
needs
more.
comes choice.
Fair enough.
That's the difference. With those needs comes choice.
But I feel like if a less like attractive by society standards woman went up and asked the same amount of people that like a more attractive woman did, she probably would get rejected too, because people have have you done that experiment too?
Yeah. Well,
roll the
not
clip.
only-
Right.
Roll the clip. I want to see this.
She's trying to change she's trying to control the conversation, and Brian and Andrew can see through it, and that's why Brian's losing it.
You can actually take a woman who is like a 4, right? And her rejection rate is also very low.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, maybe like the guys that I know in my life are just dicks because I've never seen that.
environment?
Look, there's a very easy way to explain this. Is like the average woman has the equivalent sexual optionality as an A-list celebrity. Like in order for a guy to like every single woman here at this table, if you guys were so inclined, you could fuck like 7 dudes in a day. You could. You wouldn't want to, I think, but you could. In order
Maybe
for a
some
man,
of you would.
Yeah, in order for a man to
Why are
be,
you looking at me, Andrew?
Can you stop interrupting kindly?
Sorry.
All fucking night, guys. Holy shit.
Damn.
So, in order for a man to be able to achieve this, he literally has to reach the pinnacle of status in society. Now, there's a couple different ways he can do this. Like, either he can be like top percentile in looks, which, I mean, even then, I think most, even if he's really good looking, he's going to struggle to 7 new women in a day. But he's going to have to be an A-list celebrity.
He will probably max that out to at least 1 a day. That would be like top. Even if unless you're living, at that point you probably have a polyamory relationship. You have like 1 or 2 a day. right? At that point, like.
So, A-list musician, professional athlete, famous movie actor. That's it. As a woman, you just have to show up. That's it. That's the total differential here.
And by the way, that and this is where we get the idea of like groupies from. This very idea.
I don't know. If
That's
I was
the type of guy who has the same option as a random chick at the bar.
I don't know. I would love to be like a hot man for one day and just see what it's like.
Right?
There was actually a woman who
There's
did
tons
that.
of women who do experiments where they pretend to be men. They pretend to be men for dating apps. They pretend to be men in person. In fact, the one woman who was very famous for living as a man, I think it was for roughly a year.
Yeah.
Killed
6 months,
herself.
I think it was.
She was so traumatized by it. Nope, not kidding. We can look up the name right now.
What's her
not
name?
kidding.
Yeah.
Totally traumatized by it. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
She quit
Because of what?
early
Because of the way that men
it.
speak to each other?
No.
Because of being
It had nothing to
rejected?
do that with it was the rejection.
Because you get rejected, you should go to therapy, please.
No,
How would you
she
know?
actually did end up.
Wait, how would you know? What do you get rejected on?
No, but that I'm sure that there's other ways you could deal with that than.
Yeah, she was gaslighting a lot. You guys noticed, right? She was gaslighting a lot and just being very condescending. You see, because I think there's something going on here. There's something going on over here. So that she's trying to cope a lot. And she's being very passive aggressive with her comments. And looking at the comment section. She's looking at the comment section.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my challenge to you then. My challenge to you is to start a dating profile as just a mid-man.
So you do think that attraction
Hang on,
matters?
that's it. Just a mid-man, and then just try to approach women on this dating profile. And then next time you're on, come back and show me all the responses. And when you're crying and you're in tears and you're like, my God, I didn't know that women were such vicious, heinous monsters, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
We're going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you next one.